El presidente de WWE, Vince Kennedy McMahon, fue entrevistado el día de ayer en el programa del comentarista de SmackDown, The Pat McAfee Show.
Indiana, in studio for the first time in 15 years, Vincent Kennedy McMahon! Oh my Lord! AJ Hawk dips off the phone.
En dicha entrevista, Vince habló sobre varios temas interesantes como los despidos, la competencia, Arabia Saudí, entre otros, así que les he preparado un resumen con sus declaraciones más interesantes. Lo primero que le preguntó Pat McAfee a Vince McMahon fue cuando si era un niño pensó que iba a lograr tanto éxito, a lo que Vince respondió que nunca creyó que llegaría hasta donde está actualmente, y también mencionó que una de las claves de su éxito ha sido rodearse de personas inteligentes con creatividad, que crean en sí mismos y que posean el control de su destino. Luego mencionó que no le gusta escuchar comentarios negativos sobre su trabajo, porque eso no le permite concentrarse en lo positivo. En ese momento, el chairman de WWE también dijo que si la gente piensa que es un idiota, simplemente les da la razón. Aquí les dejo el momento.
In any event, you're dealing with a negative, and it's like, if people think you're an asshole, you can't change that. No. I'm not really an asshole. I'm really a nice guy. I'm this. Yeah, you're an asshole. No, but really, I'm a good guy. I love my family. You're an asshole. No matter what. It doesn't matter what. You can't change perception generally when you're a public persona type thing. You can't. So
well, especially you, by the way.
Don't bother. So it doesn't bother me. I really used to care about people like what they thought of me. I care about what the general public thinks of me in general, as far as the business is concerned. It's just that if people think I'm an asshole, then congratulations, I guess I am.
At what point did you make that decision?
Luego de eso, McAfee le preguntó a Vince sobre otra de sus creaciones, el Salón de la Fama. Aquí fue cuando Vince dio a conocer que será el encargado de inducir a The Undertaker este año. El jefe de la compañía mencionó que será una de las cosas más difíciles que ha hecho en su vida y recalcó que Taker es un ser humano increíble. Estas fueron sus palabras.
Not about Hall of Fame? Do you want to do that right now?
Yep. Undertaker, of course, is going to be in the Hall of Fame. Oh. And I'm going to have the distinction of inducting him in the Hall of Fame.
Let's go! Hey, that's a big deal, right? This is a massive deal. You've only done this, I think, for Stone Cold.
This will be one of the most difficult things I have ever done in my life.
How come?
Because I like the guy. I love the guy. Not just like, I love the guy. We've known each other for so many years. You've been through all kinds of situations, some that didn't make the newspapers and so forth, but I mean, when you live on the road like that, you have your family at home. When you live on the road, man, you have to have a family on the road. And you have to have people you can count on, rely on, that are loyal and what have you, and trustworthy, and not have to look over your shoulder. And he's that kind of guy. He's an extraordinary human being, as well as one of the all-time greats in the ring. But it's the human being. I could talk about the character, and it won't bother me at all. But in my mind, I'm thinking, when I'm up there going to inducting him, I'm thinking about, I know who he is.
Yeah, more.
And that's tough when you know someone that's that close and you care about them so much. That's going to be one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
Well, I want to...
Luego de eso, Pat McAfee le preguntó sobre la gente que piensa que la competencia hace mejor a Vince McMahon. Pat puso como ejemplo a WCW en el pasado y a AEW e Impact en el presente. Además, también mencionó la compra de Ring of Honor por parte de la empresa de Tony Khan. Vince admitió que disfruta de la competencia, aunque no quiso mencionar a ninguna empresa. Esto fue lo que respondió Vince.
Well, I'm probably one of the few people in the world who enjoys confrontation. So,
like you enjoy it.
I enjoy confrontation. I mean, it's one of the things that really, revs you up. It's one of the things that really puts you on your toes. It's one of the things in terms of, okay, what am I going to do here in that split second? I enjoy confrontation, physical confrontation. I enjoy that,
Yeah.
So with a background like that, and a further background when I was a kid, it was like, hey, we don't want to hear another bad kid story or something like that. But my philosophy...
we do, by the way.
Well, no, I'm not going to tell you that. But what I will tell you is that I learned a long time when I was a kid that if I live through that beating, I win. So if you live through the beating and you won, what can you do to me? You know, so in terms of competition, in terms of that confrontation, I'm not afraid of it. I relish it, you know.
Posteriormente, Pat le preguntó a Vince sobre cómo puede seguir trabajando al ritmo que lo hace teniendo en cuenta su edad, a lo que el chairman respondió que para él no es un trabajo, ya que ama lo que hace y por eso le dedica tantas horas. Estas fueron sus palabras.
Well, I'm not working, though.
Oh, because this is life.
You think this is work, guys? None of this is work. None of what I do is work. I love it. I love the people I do business with, you know, and in the organization and out. You know, it's not work at all. None of it is. You know, it's one of the reasons probably I can put in so many hours or whatever it is because it's not work.
Otra de las preguntas de Pat McAfee fue sobre qué tan complicado es tomar una decisión como despedir a alguien o darle un push a un luchador. Vince respondió que simplemente hace lo que es mejor para la audiencia. Sobre los despidos, señaló que la puerta siempre está abierta para que los talentos vuelvan. Además, recalcó que no es algo personal y que el odio tiene que ir hacia alguna parte, y por eso él termina siendo el malo. También dio a entender que varios talentos que son despedidos ponen un montón de excusas y no examinan sus errores.
The best show in your eyes. Like, is
I'm
that
always concerned about what's best for the audience. Always. What does the audience want? And if you have dead weight around you, or you had situations whereby someone's not cutting it, or maybe, and you have an opportunity for someone else to come in, it's like, okay, that's probably the best thing. It was one of the reasons why, you know, with Hogan and a lot of those guys who left me at one time, and you know why I brought him back. You know, I mean, it's like, you know, I'll never bring that son of a bitch back again as long as I live. It's like, you know, when you say stuff like that, you know, you're really hurting yourself because you're not thinking about your audience. You're not thinking about your product. And it's not about you and your ego. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe I really felt that way, maybe I didn't, but nonetheless, it doesn't matter. What's the best thing for business? If the audience wants Hulk Hogan back, you bring him back. If he has value that way.
well, there's a lot of very famous like disagreements that you've gotten through. Is that a business mindset you think to bring people back? Is it a personal mindset, or is it just?
It's not personal. It's business. And once I took the company public, it helped me be a better businessman because prior to that, I was running the business mostly with my head, but mostly with my heart as well. And these decisions are so damn tough when you do that, you know, because you know who it is, you know, his kids or this and that and the other, or somebody has cancer in the family or whatever it is, and all that computes in your head, you know, when you're but once you're a public company, now, you know, you owe stockholders.
You owe the business.
That's right. It is the business then. So it helps me make easier business and better business decisions because my heart, there's still some of it in there, you know, but I know it sounds awful, but there is, you know, but at the same time, it's business. And there's nothing personal about it in terms of whether I like somebody or I don't like someone or whatever. And again, sometimes, you know, athletes, maybe more so in our type of business, when they're not given the opportunity, or even if they are, and it doesn't work, that people from all walks of life seldom look in the mirror and say,
Coach's
you know what, I was the guy who fucked up. It was on me. You know, instead, everybody has a million excuses as to why things didn't work. And generally speaking, the heat has to go someplace, the old blame game. You know, and I'm the bad guy. So, you know, that's part of the job.
Yeah, you're okay with it.
Posteriormente, Vince reveló que el primer WrestleMania ha sido su momento favorito de toda la historia de WWE. Cuando se le preguntó acerca de los acuerdos a los que ha llegado con Arabia Saudita, Vince comentó que no hay un lugar en el mundo en el que no haga negocios y han tenido presencia en Arabia Saudita durante los últimos años. Dijo que la gente ama la cultura occidental en todas partes, pero no su política, y recalcó que las personas son personas y las culturas son culturas y hay que respetar eso.
Well, Saudis are no different than any other people. You know, WB fans all over the world. People love Western culture all over the world. They don't love our government, but they love Western culture.
Hey, nobody loves it.
And our, you know, our form of entertainment with WB kind of fits into everything. It's larger than life. It's like, you know, everything imaginable that you could ever, like, oh my God, the spectacle of it, you know. So it fits in everywhere. And we translate it in, I don't know, 40 languages or something like that. But even if there's just English, you get it, you understand. So we've always been, you know, popular everywhere. Saudi is no different. And again, people are people. It's, you know, and cultures are cultures, and you have to respect that. Just because we as Americans, this is the way we should do, this is the way our whole world should be like us. We know the way, and any other way is just not the right way. Come on, culture's been around thousands of years.
Oh, well, hey.
Long before.
Vince también reveló que entrena todos los días desde la 1:30 de la mañana hasta aproximadamente las 3 a.m. Dijo también que no entrena por mantener su cuerpo en buena forma, sino que más bien lo hace por su salud mental, ya que los ejercicios le ayudan a estar más fuerte psicológica y mentalmente. Recordó cómo su madre vivió hasta los 101 años de edad y mencionó que si fuera atropellado por un bus querría tener la oportunidad de agradecer a todos antes de estirar la pata. No obstante, dijo que su objetivo es llegar a la misma edad de su madre. Si les gustó el resumen de la entrevista, no olviden dejar su like y si quieren una segunda parte con más declaraciones, déjenmelo saber en los comentarios.